Hey, let me hear that whole Jeff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You was a bitch, I can tell you apart. Draco, here, watch them tear her apart. How about that coupe till the valley?
What's up, boys? In here, we got the top 10 most debatable. You already see the 10th one, but the most debatable conversations in NBA history. This is Young Footy Vino, and welcome back to the channel. And thank you guys for watching my last videos, my last couple of videos, and supporting them and giving. Well, you guys haven't really gave me feedback, but you guys are watching them, at least liking them or disliking them. I don't really care. At least you're watching them. Um, This is the top 10 most debatable situations in basketball. In the first one, you got Popovich or Phil Jackson. Both great coaches. One of them, one has went twice. They went back twice. Three peats twice. One of them, it had, I think, in this case, I think it's Greg Popovich, just because of the the Spurs being the most not exciting team, and they're not really like, you don't want, when you watching basketball, you want to see LeBron James dunking, you want to see James Harden shooting threes, but when you look at the Spurs, you're like, this team looks boring. This team doesn't look like it's really exciting. They take too many basic shots. They take mid ranges. They take bank shots, but they still, every year you still see them in the playoffs. Well, not this year. They didn't make it, but every year they do as good as they. He takes what he got and he turns it into something. So I'll say Greg Popovich over, like after this one, on this one. What if Derrick Rose didn't tear his ACL? Well, that's a what if question. Nobody really knows what he would be able to do. But I believe that he would be the same Derrick Rose he is right now. The reason I say that is because if people really look at his stats of his MVP season, he really didn't have an eye-opening stats to like some players who actually had better stats than him that year. And now these new like MVPs that are scoring 30 points a game, at least 27 or up, they're getting MVPs. But I think Derrick Rose only scored like 22 points when he won his MVP. It's just, I think he'll still have his explosiveness. So yeah, he'll still be an all star, but I don't think it would have really helped him nowhere. Like he probably would have got traded from the Bulls because they probably would have never, like, they probably make the playoffs every year but still get beat by LeBron. He probably left the Bulls, probably teamed up with a big three with somebody, or teamed up with somebody. So he probably went somewhere else, probably in the West. So he probably would be on. I'm thinking he probably got traded to the Suns or something, and either the Bulls get Devin Booker in that kind of trade, or they D Rose and Devin Booker's on the same team. I don't know. We don't know because it could go anywhere. He could stay on the Bulls, and the Bulls would still become a contender. But then just think about it: Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose still in his prime, so that Jimmy Butler really doesn't leave. I don't think he leaves. They find a third person in the middle, like in probably a couple years, and to help them win a championship. I think certain players would have never left. Some players wouldn't get traded. The Bulls would still be a team that makes it to the playoffs every year. Why did Durant leave the Thunder? Okay, I think the reason Kevin Durant left the team is because, in my eyes, I think it was a weak move. I feel like they were so close to winning it. Even if we lost 3-1 and we lost a 3-1 lead, the next year I'll be like, okay, hey, I know we still have the talent to make it to the finals because we almost did last year. This year we got to be more secure. We got to be more of aggressive and basically, yeah, be more aggressive in the series. We got to have that Mamba mentality in our bloods, our Jordan mentality in our bloods. They didn't have it that year and they lost. Uh, if Kevin Durant never left, who did they have that year? They had Ibaka. Ibaka. Either somebody would have got traded off that team that year. Somebody would, Ibaka or Steven Adams would have got traded off that year. But Ibaka probably would have still got traded, even though he didn't get traded until the next year. He still would have got traded for somebody like, if it still goes on, like they trade, what's his name, Ibaka for Victor Oladipo, then they trade Victor Oladipo for Paul George. Paul George, KD, and Russell Westbrook. How can that go wrong? But It would. I don't think that would cut like what happened because it just we don't we can never know. We will never know. It's like another dimension. We will never know what happened. What will happen, bro? Where will LeBron James play? Well, we always see that he plays in the Lakers. So this is an outdated place. But who's a better point guard? Kyrie, Steph, Westbrook, or CP3? If we're talking about pure play, like pure point guards, it goes Chris Paul. I'll say Steph Curry, Westbrook, then Kyrie. If we're talking about overall, like who's the best, like shooting, finishing, playmaking, helping the team, spacing the floor, I really say it's Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is the best out of all of these guys. Shooting wise, you could say it goes Steph Curry, Kyrie, Chris Paul, then Westbrook. We're talking about finishing wise. I really could say it goes Westbrook, Kyrie, but it also could go Kyrie, Westbrook. Playmaking wise, y'all like CP's up number one. Spreading the floor, it will mostly be Kyrie because Kyrie can finish in pretty good, and he can also shoot. Curry can shoot. His finishing is strong, but nowadays these centers are more aggressive now, so it's not gonna be possible for him to keep going in the paint. And he might can get the floaters off, but I'm talking about layups and stuff. It wouldn't be as easy. Westbrook can't really spread the floor open when he's not shooting. When he's just driving in, that's why I say Westbrook really achieves more when he is in a bunch with around like a bunch of shooters, not just like a bunch of just or people that can create their own shot. Really, okay. If Stern did veto the trade, now most people are like you're casual. People don't understand what he mean when I mean if Stern like didn't veto the trade. There was a trade for Chris Paul when he was before he went to the Clippers when he was on the New Orleans Hornets. He could have went straight and played with Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant, and like I think Dwight Howard too on the Lakers. You know how that team would have won the championship with Chris Paul at point, Kobe as shooting guard, Pau Gasol at yeah, I think they'll put Pau Gasol point power forward, and then Howard, I don't know. That team just didn't. It looked like it was supposed to do something, but it didn't do nothing. So okay, did Jordan foul Brian Russell? Now one of Michael Jordan's signature shots and movements has to be the last gas game winning shot against the Utah Jazz. A shot that would clinch his sixth ring. Last NBA title, his Royal Airness. Where was it? I said Highness Airness. I'm looking. I don't really know a lot about Michael Jordan's career because I really didn't like watching back in the old days. But I'm starting to I'm starting to go watch him now because I'm starting to get more interested. So you guys can answer that one for yourself. Did he foul him? I don't know. Old school or modern day? Now, modern day, as you can see on the picture, goes from Allen Iverson and up and Shaq. So, I would say modern day because modern day is more exciting than old school. But if you want to see like some actual great basketball, like you can see great plays in modern day, really exciting plays. But if you want to see like nice forming shots, nice footwork, if you want to see more of the basics, yeah, I would say old school. But more if you want to see flashy passes, alley oops. Yeah, go to the modern day era. Yeah. Who was the real MVP, Shaq or Kobe? I say Shaq in this case because Shaq was so dominant in his position that like there was nobody can stop him. But if you had anybody on Shaq, he was gonna beat them up the whole game. So when you have somebody like that compared up with the Mamba, it's gonna. Yeah, the game looks good. Like big men in any sport, like football, linemen, basketball, sensors and power forwards, any game, hockey, go like they all big men have all like so much responsibility on the court, field, anything. The dome, I don't care where you play at, but they don't get that much of credit because people don't think it's the position is really what's it called? How can I say it? The position really is something. Like people don't care about the position. People want to see like the point guards, the shooting guards, the small forwards score all day. They want to see the quarterbacks and the running backs run down the field all day. They want to see whatever the pretty boys do all this stuff. But really, the soul of the team always comes down to the big man. How long can they last, bro? Like so, I say Shaq in this one. Who the best player after Jordan? Magic, LeBron, Russell, or Kobe? In this case, I don't think there's a person. I think LeBron's the best player ever to play basketball. In my case, so I would probably say LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. I actually say LeBron, Jordan, Magic, Kobe, Russell. The reason I put Kobe behind Magic is because Kobe was a great player, but we would not like. I don't think we will see another tall playmaking. Like Magic Johnson was just like LeBron James is basically like Magic Johnson, a big tall point guard that's a playmaking god. And I just in my it's just in my opinion, I just think Magic was. I don't think he's better than Kobe Bryant, but I think I would rank him higher. None of these players like you can really pick and choose the bads and the goods of each player and still rank them differently. But in my eyes, I think it's LeBron, Jordan, Magic, Kobe, Russell. And that was it, boys. Thank you guys for watching this video. You guys tell me what was your answer to most of these questions, and see you guys later. Peace.
Hey, let me hear that, Hoja.